Hi, this is Ken of Rist Innovations. Today let's talk about one of my top sellers at craft shows. It's a simple project made on a lathe and it draws a lot of curiosity from my customers. Please leave a comment below on what your guess is on what this thing is. Let's find out how to make it, and at the end of the video I'll show you what it is. So let's go ahead and get started.
I start out with this block of special wood called Spectraply, and it's made from dyed layers of birch laminated together. It's about 4 inches long and 1.5 inches square. First, we need to find the center of the piece, so I will use this center finder. Next, I use this awl to put a small hole at the center. The end is perpendicular to the sides of the piece, which will be important later on. Now it's time to mount the piece on the lathe in this 4-jaw chuck. I add a tailstock with a small cone at the end so I can center the piece using the small hole I put in with the awl. Then I tighten everything down. Now it's time to drill a 5/16 of an inch diameter hole about 1 inch deep into the workpiece. Next, I remove the chuck assembly so that I can add some super glue into the hole to strengthen the fibers of the wood because this birch is a soft wood. This will make it better to add a threaded hole using a 3/8 inch by 16 teeth per inch tap. You will see why we need to do this in a minute. I use the lathe to keep the tap aligned with the hole so that it goes in straight. I attach this threaded tooling to the workpiece so that I can mount it to the lathe. I bring up the tailstock to support the workpiece. Next, I manually rotate the workpiece to make sure it won't hit the tool rest before I turn on the lathe. I use my roughing gouge to turn the rectangle into a cylinder. I start at the middle and I work my way to the left and to the right of the workpiece. You can tell when the rectangle has become a cylinder when you lay the tool on top of the workpiece and it doesn't bounce anymore. I move my tool rest closer to the workpiece to minimize the gap between the workpiece and the tool rest. Here I'm measuring the diameter of the metal piece because that's what's going to be screwed into the end of the piece of wood. So I want to make sure that the final diameter of the cylinder is at that end is slightly bigger than the stainless steel piece. Now I'm adding some coves to the wood to create a comfortable handle. Next, I'm using this spindle gouge to round over the end of the workpiece. Next, it's time for sanding. I start at 120 grit and I work my way up to 400 grit. Now it's time to remove the workpiece from the lathe and test fit the metal fitting in the threaded hole. And now it's time for finishing. I apply 4 coats of a gloss wipe-on polyurethane. After the polyurethane dries, it's simply a matter of screwing the stainless steel piece into the end of the wood.
What is this wood turner guy?
So have you figured out what this thing is yet? Let me show you. It's a bottle opener. Now in my next video, I'm going to show you another one of my popular craft items, which is this bottle stopper. And when that is available, that link will be here. In the meantime, if you'd like to see how I made this pewter wine bottle coaster, that link will be here. Thanks for watching.